All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the 5th episode, I think.
This is the 5th.
Number 5.
Of the TLZ Report MMA podcast.
Big number 5.
Big number 5 and a great night of fights for number 5.
A surprisingly good night.
Yeah, a real sleeper.
Under promise, over deliver.
Yeah.
That's what this was. Textbook.
That's what I try to do with women.
That's
Under promise and over deliver.
oh, you under promise and under.
Yeah, that's kind of how it goes. On that note, first fight of the night.
Let's go.
Casey O'Neill. So most people listening probably missed it because it was the first fight of the prelims. I didn't even see it. I was just watching some highlights of it.
Not even we're that dedicated.
Yeah, she got a sweet submission.
Yeah.
Slick. I mean, what?
Bong.
We don't know if she didn't also.
That's true. Was Brian Ortega calling?
Oh my god. Brian Ortega's beside the octagon waiting for her.
It's in the DMs. Hey, that was a slick submission you got there. Like to show you my on top game.
Flying triangle.
Baby, you like that flying triangle? Yeah, she choked her opponent like right out. She passed out. It was crazy.
She had her back. She was like backpacking her.
Yeah, and I saw some people bitching at her like, "Oh my god, why didn't she push her opponent off after she choked her out? She should have been more gentle." It's like, oh, go fuck yourself.
Well, because I saw it and like she had her wrapped up, had the submission in.
Yeah.
And they were kind of rolling around, like they were more on their side, and then she like rolled so that she was flat on her back, and that's kind of when her opponent just went out. So like I don't think there's a good way to completely de-sprawl a person.
Just venture off of you.
It's like a sack of potatoes laying on you.
And like she did kind of shove the head, but I don't know, she just didn't want a corpse on her anymore, and that's fair.
Lady's also unconscious, not like it's gonna hurt her feelings, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I guess she won her last fight by TKO. It was on the Blades fight night. So hey, maybe a prospect at 125.
Well, she's a woman who at 125 who won 2 fights, so
title shot.
Let's go.
Sacrifice.
Well, that's the thing I really hope they don't do with her is I hope they actually build her up.
The division hasn't seen anyone on this dominant of a streak in years, Timothy.
Is there anyone to build her up against? Really?
Dude, Jessica I is a great opponent.
Just give her Jessica.
That's right. She can wear that bulletproof vest in the octagon this time. It'll look awesome.
Yeah, if she ever gets another title shot, she's
Yeah.
just given safety equipment.
That's right. And they won't. And the thing is, she can fight for free because she's making $6,000 a picture from her OnlyFans.
She keeps just adding tactical gear every time she goes to fight Valentina.
Knee pads, a helmet.
Night vision goggles.
Got like the tactical gloves with like the armored knuckles. I can wear these in here, right?
That is beautiful.
Yeah.
And somehow it's still unfair to put her in there.
And yet Valentina would still annihilate you.
Matt Brown sleeps.
Not an old man, Matt Brown.
Yeah.
Matt might actually be immortal Brown.
He was very adamant about he's not old.
He's not old.
And young people are very adamant about that, right? That's just what young people do.
Yeah, I mean, what a slick fucking knockout.
Yeah,
bro.
it was nice. Just kind of dipped the head, a little bit of a kind of a very short overhand, kind of a
barrels down the middle, and
just,
his leg was getting fucked up too.
yeah.
It was like purple by the end there.
Yeah, because that was 3 minutes into round 2, so not as early actually as I remember it, just from watching, but still, just a nice.
I always find that funny. I wonder what it is. Maybe it's because I get so hyped up with finishes, but the time in the round where the person's finished, unless it's the very beginning or the very end, I pretty much always get wrong unless I actually look at it.
Yeah.
I wonder why that is. Maybe I'm just like too focused on what's happening.
You're just too casual, man.
Dude, I'm just a casual.
You're not a hardcore fan.
If only I was bigger into the UFC.
Why don't you like start a podcast if you
Yeah.
liked it so much?
Yeah, Matt Brown,
Solid win.
Could check some kicks, but he looked good.
Kamaru Usman's next.
I was gonna say, what's next for him? Like, I feel like he's not ever going to be in title contention again.
He's still a young chicken, as he says.
He's 40. Looks great for 40.
You know what? With Damian Maia leaving the division, we need an old man to
That's
gatekeep,
true.
and I think
That's
You know what's
he's our
crazy?
guy.
Wonder Boy's like almost 40.
That's fucked.
That is fucked.
He's
does
38,
really?
I believe.
Yeah.
37 or
Wow.
38.
He does not look
And he
it.
looks like
No.
22.
And like moving around, he looks.
Yeah, he looks
Yeah.
great still.
Yeah, still just. I mean, his style relies on speed, but I think if I were, my unprofessional opinion, he he hasn't got hit a lot in his career, so that definitely helps with longevity.
Yeah.
They don't spar super hard there too either.
Max Holloway being proved right more and more.
Well, and he's like, if you've ever listened to him talk about it, he's like literally been raised in the fight game, so it's just kind of like always
True.
just been a thing. True. So I think it's easier to not like. It's like your dad with riding the bicycle. Like if you just don't stop,
you never stop.
Yeah, you just never slow down.
I'm hyped to wonder what if fight. But Matt Brown, I don't know. Like give him a couple guys off the Contender Series, and then maybe he can call it or something like that.
Yeah, he can just kind of keep fighting as if it's still fun for him. He can make some cheese.
I want him to go all the way. I want champion Matt Brown.
Dude, we need a geriatric UFC champ.
He's 25-18. I don't want him to stop until he's 50-18.
That's right. 25 fight win streak.
Or 25-50.
Being aside though, I was like surprised that he got such a clean one-hit KO.
Yeah, this is well done to him.
Yeah.
He just kind of showed the experience.
Yeah,
lined
he's got
it up.
the power. He's
Yeah.
got that old man power.
That's good.
Yeah, well done. Hats off to him.
Who's next here?
We had a Wellington Turman versus Bruno Silva.
So this fight was fucking weird.
It was very.
For those who didn't watch it, Turman is picking up and throwing Silva around the
Yeah, just bullying him
How
with
many
wrestling.
takedowns did he get? Like, what, 8 or something?
Let's take a look.
He would just like pick him up, throw him down, and then Silva would get back up,
Okay,
and then
for
he'd
some
pick
reason,
him up.
They have
and throw him
none
down.
listed, but
They have none
apparently
listed.
he tried 10, so I'm going to say
Yeah.
about 8 is conservative.
Yeah, 8 is conservative. He was tossing him around, and then all of a sudden at the end of the round, it just got turned around and the guy beat the fuck out of him.
I mean, as we kind of pointed out, though, like, he was picking him up and dropping him, but he was also getting right back up.
Yeah.
And those were very, like, physically tolling takedowns to
Yeah.
get, and, you know, he was just getting back
Yeah,
up.
Silva was
but,
just standing back up real quick.
Well, yeah, and then, he got to, like, top control,
Yeah.
started to throw
And then when he was on top, he just threw some...
You just punched him a couple times, and it was over.
yeah.
It was just a very quick turning of the tables.
It was just such a funny fight to watch because we're watching like, oh my god, well, I guess this Turman guy's fucking up Silva, and then all of a sudden Silva reversed the position and just knocked
Just
him
look
the fuck
away.
out.
It was just so quick for like a
Yeah.
grappling exchange. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's over.
Oh my god.
Yeah, 15 seconds left in the round, and Silva turned on the gas.
I guess it's middleweight, so they're like a little heavier.
Yeah,
So-
you've definitely got the weight behind you. At,
Yeah, a little more power.
185.
Top.
That's true.
Great fucking fight.
Yeah, yeah,
fun.
very, very good.
Would you say he turned the tables
Oh
on
my
tournament?
god. We
Wellington, if you look at
we need to Zuckerberg Luke off the podcast now.
Bruno,
And we're Zuckerberg Zach off the podcast. That's 2 bad puns in a row.
you started a pun train. You
No,
think I'm not going to
no.
get on board?
You're just gonna be sitting in a room alone in the podcast.
Luke and I will start up another one, and we will make as many puns as we
Yeah,
want in a
we'll
free
be the
society.
ZL report podcast.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the T Report podcast.
Our colors will just be an invert of the colors.
Mine's just gonna be all black.
It's like an Echo character in Smash.
That's good. Then Choi Sung Woo. I think I got that right. I feel pretty good about that, actually.
Against Julian Rosa. Man, hard
Who knew
names
the
to
white guy
pronounce.
would be harder
Yeah.
to pronounce?
Well, the white guy got put to fucking sleep.
Yeah,
almost
my
immediately,
goodness.
They were just kind of slugging it out,
Yeah.
and then he went to the Shadow Realm.
I'll say I called it at the beginning of the fight. I was like, well, this fight is not going the distance because both dudes were just dropping their hands and unloading on each other.
I mean, I don't think you have to be a rocket
No.
scientist.
Let me have one thing, please.
I can
please.
appreciate the fight though. Just hey, drop the hands, start
Just go
banging.
for it.
Yeah, sure.
I'm so excited to see this dude again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Me too. At featherweight? God, featherweight's so stacked. I know we say it pretty much every podcast, but it's so true.
Because so many more people just keep.
Yeah.
I want like that's a kind of a plus side of because like you know like Korean zombies more in the mix. You've got some guys from China kind of coming more into the mix now. So
Yeah.
you know obviously a lot of people there have a bit of a smaller frame, so it makes the lighter divisions a bit more interesting.
Race scientist Zach Contos. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I'm sorry, I'm spitting straight facts.
No, all Chinese people are 6'4" and 300 pounds.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
damn,
Who would have thought?
Have you been?
not me.
No.
And Wei Li looks.
Is that what
Crazy good for
Did you
300
go to
pounds.
China and then that's what they told you to say when you came back?
I see the CCP's got a hold of it.
Say the government totally of your free will. It's like, hey,
That's
just
right.
say this.
If President Xi is listening to the podcast, please don't drone strike us or something.
Well, the unfortunate thing is now we will never have Wei Li on this podcast.
No, please.
But her name is Wei Li, and we remember her.
Dude, I feel so bad for her after the fans booed her when she was going out to fight Rose.
Yeah, that was dumb.
And then she does an interview after being like, I was so confused. I didn't understand why they were booing me. It's like, because they're assholes.
She's just too wholesome for this
Yeah.
world.
She's too pure for this world.
Yeah, such a sweet lady. So stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Barrera versus Grant.
Yeah, great. Fucking
Slugger.
fight.
Fantastic
Wow, what a good
fight. Definitely, I'd say fight of the night, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
lots of action.
Big back and forth.
Yeah, Davy Grant in the first round was just seemed to like get Vera's timing down pretty quick. Speed,
Hits
slick
some
combos.
hands.
Yeah,
Some
very
hands.
slick
Grant
combos.
had a great first round.
Yeah,
He
fantastic.
like tripled the strikes that Vera threw on him.
Yeah.
And then Vera just turned it up a notch, throwing those crazy elbows in the second round.
Well, 2 was still closer.
It was closer, but I think Vera won it just because of those big elbows.
He was
that
getting
really
cut
split
up.
him open and,
Cut up Grant's face a bit. I think had a little bit of ground.
Yeah, he took him down at the end.
Yeah, a little bit of groundwork
On top of,
in
like,
there,
45
but Grant was still looking pretty active. And then the third round hit, and Grant just looked tired.
yeah. But kudos to Grant. You could tell he was really tired, but he was fucking swinging in the last 2
Oh yeah,
rounds.
he was.
Oh yeah.
There is not an ounce of quit in
Well,
that.
and like those, when Marlon Vera had his back, he had it deep in there. Like
Yeah.
Grant just fought off the hands, managed to get out of the sub.
I mean, more importantly, one judge gave it 30-26.
30-26.
to Vera.
So yeah,
How?
I don't get how you give the first round to Vera.
So
Just
for those who didn't watch the
smoking.
fight, so Grant had triple the strikes against Vera in the first round.
Yeah,
And
he was
there
like
was
clear as
no,
day.
there was no takedown. There was no ground stuff.
No.
So they're just judging off of strikes. Grant has triple the landed strikes, not the thrown strikes, the landed strikes that Vera does.
Yeah.
And they gave
One of the judges gave it to him. The other two, I think, based off the numbers, would have had to give it. Or
Yeah.
give
Yeah,
8.
it was
Yeah.
reasonable.
The
It
other
was
two judges were reasonable, but that is, it makes no sense to me.
No.
How
'Cause-
could you do that?
Yeah, Grant was like piecing him. Like it's
Yeah.
not like there's like crazy big shots. It's like, oh, he's almost knocked out or anything like that. But he pieced him up.
Yeah. Dude, I would like fight a judge if I had a round like that.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I outlanded this guy 3-1, and you gave him the round?
Yeah, that's
Not
crazy.
outthrew, outlanded.
Well, imagine if that was like a close fight or something.
Yeah.
It was like a split decision.
Yeah,
Some
exactly.
yuckster.
Dude, bullshit. It's crazy that something hasn't been done about judging in the UFC.
I mean, it's the commission, not the UFC, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the UFC can still like.
Not really though.
No, like Dana White's gone to about like ranted to them about referees and judges since
Yeah.
the early days, and they haven't done shit.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
I mean, even I mentioned this to you guys before, but like Mike Beltran or whatever, like warned this dude on another fight in the prelims like 15 times about not grabbing the cage, and then like still didn't take a point off. Just kind of stood him up. Was like,
Yeah.
hey, stop doing that. I was like, dude, like come on.
Yeah.
Like even some of the season refs do stuff sometimes where it's like, how?
Yeah, that's just like things happen. Like if it's a good ref, sometimes you have a bad fight.
Yeah. For
Yeah.
So I'm not like get him out of here.
Yeah.
No, but it's crazy that even the good ones still have like that often of mistake. Like that's kind of where the bar is.
I don't know. Like you can still, especially something like that where it's taking a point. Like yeah, you should take the point. I think the stuff where it's really fucking bad is the one where the guy like broke his arm last week, and the ref was like, "Oh my god, keep fighting!"
Be a warrior.
Especially because, as we learned later, that dude was like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. I'm like,
Yeah.
how did you not know what was going on?
Insane.
Yeah.
This is a little bit of Mario Yamasaki energy.
Really, what's most important about this fight is that Marlon Vera won, and we don't have to see Sean O'Malley tweet about
How he's mentally undefeated.
how he's
on
Also
Twitter.
true.
undefeated.
Also very true. That was actually, that was the second time that Davy Grant and Marlon Vera met.
Yeah.
So their saga, if you will, is at 1-1. So maybe they'll rematch
They gotta
again
do-
in a
they gotta
few
do the
years.
rubber match then.
Maybe they'll like be champion and #1 contender one
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, that'd be
I
very
mean,
cool.
I would watch that fight again. It's a great fight.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Grant, no, maybe not work on your cardio because he was obviously like, yeah, he just seemed to gas though, so maybe he just kind of
Yeah.
look to some of the things there, but yeah,
Well,
looked great.
I
was
think
lightning
it was
fast.
a less of he gassed, more of he ate a lot. Of
True, he got cut
elbows.
up with those elbows.
Yeah.
Also
He
true.
kind of got put through a bit of a meat grinder in round 2.
I mean, his face looked like it.
Yeah, he was a
He
bit
was
of a
bleeding everywhere.
And as we're talking, yeah, Vera versus Grant was fight of the night.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Not a big surprise there.
No, great fight. Lots of action. Interesting groundwork. Was it Davey that had like the cool outside trip or inside trip in the middle of? I think it was the second round.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
They both had some sick outside trips, I think.
Yeah.
And some, yeah, just good reversals and stuff. Like, yeah, just entertaining fight all around. Hats off to the boys.
I would want to see the third one. One of those ones for Davey Grant that even though you lost, I wouldn't say your stock goes down even remotely.
No.
You're tough as fuck. You keep swinging. You won a round. You won a round of the 3-round fight.
And even the second one was
Second
arguably
one was very
kind of close.
yeah.
So you could,
Yeah. So,
like that one could have been a draw, and honestly, I wouldn't have been
yeah.
that upset.
So, yeah, I mean, I just want to see them rematch it for the third time at some point.
I mean, they fought last time. I think they said it was 3 years ago. So yeah, like
Who knows?
yeah, maybe sometime down the line, just keep going, have
Yeah.
this kind of fun little rivalry.
Just every 3 years, do one.
They were both like super respectful to each other, so
Yeah.
it's fun.
I mean, if all those fights are that good, I'd watch it every 3 years for
That's
sure.
true.
And then we'll kind of glaze over the next one. Oleinik fought a guy
Sergey
who has a
Spivak.
terrible polar bear tattoo, and then like the nipple is coming out of the neck of the polar bear.
Yeah, it looks like the
What
bear
the
has a
fuck
nipple,
is up
and
with
there's
that?
like the cage behind him. Anyone who's ever like, I'm gonna get part of the cage tattooed on me, don't.
Looks bad.
It's
yeah.
It
always
looks
bad.
I've never seen one where it looks remotely good.
I know. Reconsider.
But yeah, that fight was
Bit of a snooze fest.
I wouldn't
heavyweight.
even say that. It was just like
I mean,
like,
that third round was bad.
Yeah.
the Oleinik fights are just like he either gets you or he just like gets pieced up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, he had some, like, the first round had some interesting kind of positions.
Well,
Third
it's
round,
just a
he was just.
strong man.
I will say, him, like, laying down like it was a beach day in between
Yeah.
rounds was fantastic.
So good.
he does do that in between rounds. Just lay down.
He just
Lays
laid
down,
down.
hands behind the back, legs crossed
Yeah.
up on the cage.
He was
It's
just
great.
having a good night.
Yeah.
He was nice. He was feeling relaxed, feeling chill.
Yeah.
Pop up the samosas.
Just get this man a beer.
Get a little beach umbrella over him. He's feeling great.
But it was a classic case of some B-list heavyweights who
Yeah.
had to take that third round off because it's hard to
Yes.
move 200 pounds for 15 minutes.
One of those fights where you watch like, well, if they fight any of the top 5, it's all over.
Yeah, not a great look, but not a like yeah, it wasn't a horrendous fight either. It just
No.
wasn't.
Just a bit of one of the.
That after two 135 pounders who were just
Yeah.
going at it for 3 rounds to
That is true.
like lazily throwing the overhand was
Well,
just
Oleinik's also like kind of an old man.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. strong as
He's
hell,
got that
though.
old man strength though. Jesus Christ.
Well, there's like what 2 or 3 times during that fight where like he I don't know had some various parts of Spivak's body and just squeezed as hard as he could. And we're like, what? Is that something? Because he's just so strong.
Yeah.
You would always like kind of get something at the end of the round.
Yeah.
Like there's another minute. Who knows?
Who
Yeah.
knows?
That's good.
I did really like the funniest part of that fight. I thought was so Spivak is standing up, and then Oleinik is behind him, grabs him, and just kind of like drags him down. There's no technique to it. He just pulls
Just
him
sits
down
on
to the
his
ground.
ass.
It looked like a shark grabbing a seal, shaking it, and then just pulling it into the
He
water.
was kind of doing some like trippy things with his feet, but
Yeah.
it was a very comical scene.
Yeah, looked great.
Look, sometimes you have to be
dude, no,
tactical.
the polar bear getting taken out by what are those crazy seals in the Arctic?
Like an orca or an
No.
actual seal?
No, there's a seal in the Arctic.
I missed this
Leopard
episode.
seal, a leopard seal. That's what it is.
I missed this episode of the Discovery
Yeah.
Channel.
Yeah,
I don't
sorry.
think leopard seals kill polar bears.
You're wrong.
I'm pretty sure they kill like penguins. Like they do that for sure.
Leopard seal, sea predator. It feeds on a wide range of things.
Like maybe baby polar bears.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure penguins are the main thing.
Or polar bear.
I remember watching the documentary with Morgan Freeman. And he was like, the leopards.
The sea leopards.
Hold on.
I can usually do a better Morgan Freeman.
I
That was
can't do one at
atrocious.
all. the wildlife segment of the,
Yeah.
the podcast.
This is why people are here.
I'm pretty sure you're not gonna find any polar bears on that list of food they
Dude,
eat.
polar bears can be like pretty
like
fucking
they're
big.
huge.
Yeah.
Like 1,000 pounds. A
They can be
leopard
like
seal.
12 feet long. Like,
I don't think a leopard seal is doing much.
No, it is not attacking any.
like polar bears are so strong, they'll like punch through the ice and rip up baby whales.
Yeah.
Buddy, please.
Like, that's 3,000 pounds that they're just rowing.
Fucking leopard seal failed me.
They kill penguins, dude. It's penguin.
Penguin, you know, that's
Who
fine.
the fuck kills a penguin?
Leopard seals, that's what we're telling you.
That stuff.
It's the Arctic. There's not exactly a lot of
That's
choice.
true.
Yeah.
What would you like to eat? Your choice is penguin or ice. Would you like a cold penguin?
Hmm.
And then, so main event, Korean Zombie and Danny
Back to the fight.
back to fighting.
Mr. Chan Sung Jung versus Dan 50K Ige.
Yay! Great fight.
Great fight, fantastic.
Korean Zombie looking great.
Yeah, it looks sharp.
He kind of took the first 3 rounds pretty handedly, I would say.
Yeah,
And
just
then-
good head movement, good footwork.
Ige really tried hard to turn it up in the last 2 rounds.
And I'd say 1 the 4.
Yeah, I thought he
Yeah,
won the fourth.
even like the fourth was close. Well, yeah.
Yeah, but then
Closer.
I'll give it to him.
5.
Throw him a bone.
He really just came out swinging in 5, threw a lot of heavy shots, but he just wasn't.
He was like winning the start of that round, then he got taken down.
Yeah.
Or it was kind of weird. Like he was trying to take Korean Zombie down.
Green
And
had some
then he
good
caught- then-
reversals.
Then Zombie caught him with a knee, and I think that hurt him.
Yeah.
That knee to
Yeah.
the face because he just like shot in for a double and got reversed.
Getting hit with a knee in the face when shooting for a double, not great.
Not great,
I'll
but
do it to you.
the old zombie showed like some good groundwork for sure.
He was great on the feet, he was great on the wrestling, and he was great on the jiu-jitsu. All around great performance from him, I thought.
Yep, for sure.
Like, not a weakness to be seen, just looked good.
He always scares me on the feet though.
Yeah.
Just standing there with his
With
head
the
forward.
hand down.
I'm like,
Yeah,
oh my
just, like,
god,
waiting for it.
please.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't look bad against Brian Ortega.
It was this no hair Brian Ortega.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brian
The
Ortega
power
just
of the
looked
ball.
good.
Who knew he was more powerful without the hair?
My goodness.
Dude, GSP, it's ball. Come on, all the powerful fighters.
Is this the
involved.
power of a god?
And now I have become Ball, the destroyer of worlds. Dan Ige, again, kind of like Davey Grant, I thought, one of those fights where he just needs to work on some things, but looks great.
It was just like the I think John Anik said it. It was just kind of like it was a big experience thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you could
Very
tell,
true.
Korean Zombie had been there a lot more.
And Korean Zombie was doing some nasty stuff on the ground, like getting him in that body lock, and then just would not stop working for a rear naked choke.
Yeah. Well, and the crazy thing too is like if you look at the way Ige was throwing his combos, it was like 2 big powerful jabs and then a big powerful cross that all of those would miss, and then maybe one of his hooks would kind of land. So it's like,
Yeah.
not
Not every
saying I
shot
should be your
has to
boxing
be a
coach,
power
but
shot.
if you lightly double jab and then threw a fast two,
I almost wonder if that like last fight made him a little like trigger happy.
yeah.
Oh,
Like
that's
when you
possible.
knock someone out in like 10 seconds or whatever he did, and then you're just like, I can do this to anyone.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of just been his career, right? Like he's just kind of been known as like the dude with power,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
he still obviously has. But I think now that he's getting into the higher ranks, it's like you have the power and the skills. You've just got to set it up.
I mean, A, he's fighting like a top 10 guy.
Yeah.
B, the guy's name is Korean Zombie.
Correct.
So
Also
maybe
true.
let's not just go like rely on that.
Yeah.
Korean Zombie looked technical.
Yeah. And he's now, well, as we learned, he's ranked number 3.
Yeah.
Not number 4. Number 3.
He was very adamant about
In
this.
the interview after, so they asked him, like, who do you want next? You're number 4. Who do you want next? He's like, I'm not number 4. I'm number 3.
But it wasn't even like you couldn't tell
Yeah.
because I don't speak Korean.
Yeah.
But it was just like the translator like trying to be high.
And she was kind of curt with it though. She's like, I'm not number 4. I am number 3. Oh, okay.
I like to imagine that he was like, that was his talking shit. Like, I'm not number 4 anymore. I've earned the 3rd position in this division.
How frustrating would that be if you've like, meticulously got this badass line to drop after your fight, you say it, and then you just hear your, translator very monotone. I'm not number 4, I'm number 3. That's not how that went at all.
That's true. I do wonder about the accuracy of translation a lot.
I'm not sure like obviously how the like Korean to like English,
Yeah.
like translates, but he would be like talking for like 30
Yeah.
seconds, and then she'd be like, look at that. Like,
In
so
summation.
I'm not sure if it's just like a lot longer in Korean or if she was paraphrasing
There's
it a little.
definitely been a couple moments in interviews where I felt like I was watching like a Borat sketch or something, where someone would be like, "Oh my God, they do this like, 5 minutes of talking the language," and the interview would be like, it was a great fight, and they're grateful for the opportunity."
I mean, I wonder when they're doing that like big speech, like I can't remember what
Yeah,
they
no,
said.
me either.
I mean, if you're a translator, one would hope you, can translate. I think there was it one of Whaley's translators who was he actually was kind of charismatic himself, so he
Yeah.
tried to put some mustard on it. Because I mean, in fairness, imagine if you were in somewhere where they didn't speak English, so we need a translator, and Conor McGregor, so some poor translator has to get the weird cadences of
Yeah.
Conor McGregor.
He's just
over.
in Brazilian. I'll take all you. Just Kobe coming.
Oh, you filthy animals suck.
He's just trying to talk shit like Kobe Covington, the translator.
Dude, that would be incredible. Yeah, great fights though.
Yeah.
You'll have to see it end nice and early because I'm an old man. That means we're not recording the podcast at 1 a.m.
Yeah, that was our last one.
Super sweet.
The next fights, I'm not sure if there's a whole lot to talk about this.
What are you talking about? It's the best fight night ever.
The
I
next
mean,
fight,
these ones are a lot usually bangers because you
True.
don't know who anyone is.
let's be honest, it's one of those ones that if we weren't doing a podcast, we wouldn't watch.
That is correct.
Yeah. The bar's kind of on the floor for this one.
Yeah, so.
I've met Tanner Broser before, and he's Canadian.
Didn't he just fight?
Yeah, he just fought, and he kind of got robbed in that fight too. I think, he fought 2 weeks ago or something.
Did he
Yeah,
fight?
June 5th, he fought Latifi and lost the decision.
Yeah, he won that fight though, in my opinion.
Yeah, I believe you're
I
right.
can only vaguely remember it.
But I mean, hey, we've got such great talent as Renato Moicano versus Jai Hebert. Classics.
Yeah, that's a classic fight.
Household names of MMA.
And then on the prelims, people oh my God, it's Tim Means.
I know who that is.
I know who Tim Means is.
Oh.
Holy fuck. And a man named Yancey.
Oh.
Jesus.
I think I know who that is too. Isn't that the
Yancey Medeiros?
Isn't that the cowboy dude?
No.
The guy who's the man who wants to be the cowboy.
Cowboy 2?
Yeah, cowboy too, and they fight.
Oh
for
my
the
God,
right-
this guy's
they
fought
fight
Gregory
to the
Gillespie.
death.
And he has fought Cowboy before.
Oh, maybe I'm just thinking of that.
Weird.
Yeah.
Huh. The more you know, I guess.
He should just be named Cowboy too.
What about Worley Owls? I feel like we've seen him.
Cowboy 2, the sequel. Is this fun for you guys to listen to? Us just reading out names.
That's why people show up.
We need a
man.
random name. What we should do one week is go to a random name generator, generate 2 random names, and then talk about it like it was a real fight on the card. Like, oh yeah.
It's this huge fight for the lightweight champion.
It was a huge fight because they're both big contenders. And actually at 125 because then no one.
Yeah,
follows
nobody's
up.
gonna.
No one
Or
would
just
ever-
women at 145.
they both
Because we could get actual fighter names and no one would have any idea.
That's true.
they both beat Joseph Benavidez for usual. No one would bat an eye.
When
at
Joseph
that.
Benavidez came back and was fighting, he lost again this week.
Yeah. But the main event for that one is how do you say is Cyril Gain?
Cyril Gahn, I
And
think.
Volkov. It's fun.
I like both of them.
Yeah, sure.
That might actually be a good fight. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
Yeah.
But in sad news, the fight we're all hyped for, Max
Oh
Holloway,
yeah.
Yeah.
he gets injured or something. I didn't see what the reason
It was an
was.
undisclosed injury.
Uh,
So his balls.
We all know that. Yeah, I was gonna say we all know that means dick stuff.
Dick injury.
Maybe he was just slapping it too hard.
Could you imagine having to pull out of a fight, call a promotion, be like, yeah, groin injury. Oh, what happened? You get knee in the balls? No. It's just,
He accidentally grabbed the surfboard wax instead of lube when he was making his girl.
oh,
I feel like just lie about it at that point,
that's
right?
true, yeah. I sandpapered my dick. Never mind. What is
There were some sharks in the water.
what grain of sandpaper do you want to hit your dick with? Ideally none, but probably a really fine grain if you had to, right?
Just like 128 grit or something. Just polish it up.
Hey, I'm here at Home Depot. I'm looking for the finest grit of sandpaper for the job. Oh, what are you doing? A wood finishing project? You could say. You could say that.
Got some holes that need polishing.
It's a little rough on the edge.
That's right.
I'm just hoping it doesn't make it too much smaller.
Aww, small penis. You know, we said we'd measure it on the first podcast we did. We said we'd measure our cocks, so we're still waiting for the big subscribers, guys.
That's the like 1 million subscribers.
Yeah, 1 million subscribers. I was thinking, who is that dude in ancient Greece who measured the crowns by putting them in water? And if one was made of gold, it was heavier.
So
more
the
water.
Eureka guy, right?
Yeah, more would displace. Yeah, we could do that with our cocks. So like
Cock
get
displacement?
a bowl, put our cock in the water.
But that's measuring mass, not
Yeah,
like
exactly. So no one will get to know the inches, and they'll have to guess from mass who has the biggest cock.
It seems complicated.
It does also seem like it would be hard to like accurately measure.
I think it's more fun for the audience to try to work out. I think you gotta go, because if you have the weight of 3 cocks, then you can be okay. Well, how long are they? Are they chodes? Are they full size?
They can be anything you want.
Yeah.
All right.
boy.
Anyway, we're done here.
To better topics, which is literally anything.
I don't know if this is a better topic, Oscar De La Hoya versus Vitor Belfort.
Oscar De La Hoya is going to get murdered by juiced up TRT
yeah.
Vitor.
Yeah.
TRT Vitor is
The
bad.
Return of the King.
Yeah, he's going to be juiced to the gills.
Maybe Oscar De La Hoya will
Will
okay,
also
not,
be juiced.
not maybe he'll do a bunch of cocaine before the match, but maybe a bunch of cocaine he does.
Actually, he
before
might
the
not. He might be out of money. That's why he's doing it.
Ah.
Although he does seem like the guy to like take out a like loan just to buy cocaine.
Yeah, so he can lose the fight.
God, that has to be like one of the signs of drug addiction. Taking out a loan to buy cocaine.
Yeah? Yeah, probably.
Taking out a second mortgage on the house.
Yeah, I mean, this is just going to be another... This is going to be a rough one.
Isn't
like,
this a Triller thing?
I think so.
Oh, probably.
So it means you have to watch a concert in between every
That's
fight.
right, yeah.
Like, he's uploaded some clips of him training, and, like, he looks pretty good. And, yeah, he's still semi-fast, but he's just an old coke addict.
Yeah. It's not great. Cocaine isn't cheap, folks.
No, not so
As
much.
so famously said.
Oh,
No, then again, Vitor Belfort's also old.
it doesn't matter when you're meander.
Meander.
It doesn't matter when you're
Juiced, I guess, to
got
the gills.
juiced.
That's true.
Sipping on that Capri Sun alone.
Juicing up just a little bit.
Just a
Maybe
smidge.
TJ Dillashaw. That was so weird that
promo.
doing for TJ
I got
Dillashaw.
the call from the UFC, and my heart just sank.
It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
when
shit.
you actively cheated and then were caught.
Dude, what I wanted to see was a promo like that, but it was about somebody cheating on their girlfriend. So it's like, I got the call from her, and my heart just sank. I've been fucking your sister for 3 years.
I sent her the wrong screenshot, I know.
Yeah, just such a weird angle to go. It's like, oh, this terrible thing happened to me.
That I did.
It was my fault.
I shot
I'm a
my-
bad person for doing it.
I shot myself in the foot.
Yeah, like you figured it'd be more like a, I paid my time, I'm so sorry to the sport, and I,
Now I'm
learned
back
my
to win the
lesson.
belt
Yeah.
and redeem myself. That was not the angle.
No.
No.
It's like, oh, it's terrible that this.
Now, I guess we didn't actually watch the episode of whatever that was, so maybe that's...
Yeah, I'm never watching any of the episodes of anything that they post.
Yeah, but it's just a weird hook for that to be your hook
You don't want to see the iconic moments that Israel Adesanya is talking about?
in history.
I want to be able to make those iconic moments in history.
Dude, who fights someone in a hospital,
It's
man?
time to stop.
You're
Play
crazy.
that ad all the time.
Did you know that Kimbo Slice knew he wanted to be famous?
He knew he wanted to be famous.
And he was.
Ever since he was a kid, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He was kind of like an overnight sensation.
I think it's an overnight sensation on the internet, yeah. Huge. Huge. God. Good old UFC ads.
It's just the best.
Yeah. So speaking of Masvidal, Leon Edwards turned down a fight with him. I guess the UFC offered Edwards a fight with Masvidal. He's like, no, I'm going to wait for a title shot.
So in 3 years, when we see Leon
Yeah.
Edwards fight again, not a title shot, by the way, in 3 years, just another one to maybe get a title
Just
shot.
fight Nate Diaz again.
I don't know why he wouldn't take this fight. It's
No.
I get that, but he's not,
He's not getting one
yeah.
anyway, I'd say.
And you could make fucking money fighting Masvidal.
Well, the thing is,
To
if
be
you...
fair, This is what everyone said to Charles Oliveira with Nate Diaz when he turned down the Nate Diaz fight. They're like, "You're not getting a title shot. You should have taken this fight to get money," and then he got the title shot.
I guess.
But like, Usman and Colby isn't even booked yet. We don't even have a date, so it's gonna be a while. Usman or Wonder Boy and Burns are fighting, and if one of those dudes has a banger of a night, maybe not Burns because he just lost, but if Wonder Boy like goes out there and has a great performance, he's probably next in line. So if Leon Edwards had taken that fight and then like starches or just has a really good performance against Jorge, I'd say that then like leapfrogs him over Wonder Boy.
I will say it would. If Masvidal won that fight, what do you do with him? If you like starch Leon Edwards, you'd be like, well, he's not fighting Usman again, so some other guy.
I would say you would put him against the loser of Burns and Wonder Boy.
Yeah, that's true because he's lost to Wonder Boy
He keeps
already.
saying he wants the Wonder Boy rematch.
And then him and Burns would just be a bang.
Yeah, just a good fight.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's always kind of weird when you've got these dudes who it's like, you're in title contention. But...
Yeah, well, yes, but technically no.
Well, I mean, it's not like he looked awful against Usman, but yeah.
Just got caught.
I have no desire in that competitive division to see it happen that quickly.
No.
Maybe in a few years, maybe. Like, I know if he goes on a tear.
I mean, maybe Colby will win the rematch and then it'll shake up the division.
That's an easy title shot for Masvidal if Kobe wins.
Easy title shot. He gets it even if he loses like 4 fights.
Yeah, there's so much drama.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would watch it and be hyped to do so.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Rory McDonald fought on.
He fought Gleison Tibau.
Yeah, I missed the fight, but
He got robbed.
that's what I hear.
Like,
We're just mentioning it. He got robbed.
Insanity.
Even he said so, which I saw, and I was like, oh my god.
Fighters don't usually do that.
Especially not Rory McDonald.
Yeah,
Rory
exactly.
McDonald. Yeah, I thought he was going to kind of go, the Lord is testing me route, because he's very much on that grind, but no, he was pissed.
Yeah, he was not a happy man. He's like, I watched it a bunch. Like, I still don't see it. And
I mean,
yeah,
as
just
we
sucks
say
to
almost
see.
every podcast, judging is a problem.
I'm a problem.
It's a Usman level threat.
Do you know what someone who has the same mindset,
Okay.
but they're in the complete wrong, is Martin Vittori.
Dude,
Still thinks he won that fight.
Insane.
I don't understand.
He's like, no, like I really won that fight against Stylebender.
yeah, he's like, I respect him because we've been in there for 8 rounds, but I won that fight. He's like, no, I didn't.
I don't know what planet he lives on, but I want to go there.
Yeah, on what metric?
Like, he clearly lost the striking.
Clearly.
And the ground game he did pull off wasn't enough to upset the
Yeah.
striking. So in
And
what
a lot
round?
of it was just like him getting swept and then Stylebender like standing up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The best he did was not damaging him on the ground.
And he took his back briefly and tried to get that submission attempt.
Which he
I
did
mean, that was like, what, 5 seconds?
Yeah.
Like, Stylebender reversed that pretty quickly.
He did.
not. It was like long enough for us all to go like, oh, and then it was good.
Yeah.
Then it was done.
Our voices hadn't even hit their apex. And he was like, ah.
Everyone was just it's over.
Well, and the crazy thing is, and it's a very good thing for Stylebender, is like that. I think it was the first takedown that Vittori got. It was like in the middle of the octagon.
Yeah.
So you were like, oh no, like, this is how Yan had him for like that entire thing. And then, like, memory serves, Stylebender just kind of like got a little, kind of got up on his hips and just scooted to the
His
wall
butt
and got
scooched
back up.
to
And
the
then you were like,
fence.
oh, damn.
Marvin Vittori is a delusional man. He's not going to get a title shot.
It's that orc mentality. He's got to go.
He's got that work mentality.
Looks like delusion's back on the menu tonight, boys.
Speaking of delusional, I got a big rant ready. So
Locked and loaded.
I've had enough, ladies and gentlemen, who are listening to the podcast. I'm on my soapbox. So Nate Diaz is a fucking idiot. I want to put that on. And this is not news.
Yeah, we all know this to be
But
true.
what is shocking to me is in the post-fight interview, he was like, "Oh, if this was a real fight, I would have won this." I was like, "You fucking idiot! It is a real fight." And I know that he means
It's in the streets, bro.
I know he
No
means on the
rounds.
streets, but just that mentality. If this was a real fight, I would have won. You fucking idiot! It was a real fight, and you lost.
If this was a real fight, you wouldn't stop when your eye gets
Yeah.
sliced open and get some Vaseline slapped
Yeah,
on there.
exactly. And his and just because of how he lost too, like he wobbles, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna do this fucking retarded. I'm gonna point at you and do a little dance.
Well, after the fight, he was like, I heard him and I almost got him out of there. You were the idiot who didn't get him out
Could have
of
got
there.
him out of it. And then afterwards to have the gall to go, well, in a real fight, I would have won. No, you lost, and it's actually your fault that it happened that way. Insane.
Yeah.
Insane.
I mean, that's kind of their brand, though, right? Like, the weird
Right.
Stockton fake gangster,
Just an idiot.
even when we lose, we win thing.
Stupid.
It is the position you want to be in, though. That even when you lose, it does not matter.
Yeah. And I mean, the thing is, all of his fans were like, nom, 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 like,
Oh, I
eat
know.
it up. Like,
They love that.
They're worse than Conor
yeah,
and
man,
Khabib
stop.
fans.
Oh, 100%. There's just less of them. The Diaz army is truly awful.
Dude, it's just such cringe to be talking like that.
Yeah, on the streets, he would
On the streets, I had him. I had him.
I think it's because it's like the same kind of like gym bro mentality that like dudes will say. You're like, oh, what would you do in a fight? Like, I don't need technique, man. I just see red. Like
Yeah.
they like.
It is very like I would just stand up
Yeah.
energy.
So yeah, when they hear like, oh man, I won that fight on the street. Like, yeah, bro, just like Hollywood.
We both know between me and you on the streets, I would have won.
It's
Dude,
like,
where's
it's
anyone
like,
have my tap out T-shirt or my Monster Energy drink?
It's like, yes, if the rules were different than they are, the outcome might have been different. But since they aren't different, since, oh, well, man, dude, if I could have brought a crowbar in there, I would have won. Yeah, you probably would have. But guess what? That's not how the fight game works.
This is just saying Nate Diaz now going to WrestleMania.
If I could have thrown the ref out and brought in a chair and then a cage came over the entire octagon, I would have had his ass, man.
If I had spider powers and the suit that is gonna...
And you know, like Nate Diaz.
If I had it for 3 minutes.
Nate Diaz is a fun fighter to watch, but he is not an
Or a
orator
playtime.
outside of the octagon.
3 minutes of pain time.
Yeah, stupid. He can.
Yeah, he needs to stop. He needs to be put down.
stop.
I mean, it's kind of like he's benign though. Like he does nothing.
No, that shit's so stupid.
I mean, it is, but I don't know. He's a staple of the organization in a way.
He's like a hammer of the organization. Big, dumb, swinging things around.
Makes lots of money though.
You know
Makes
what
cheese.
I wish from the bottom of my heart was that Nate Diaz or Stipe or someone who have those like very weird kind of, they sound like they're an idiot voices, was actually just a genius. Like outside they did
Stipe
theoretical
seems like a smart guy.
particle physics or something. Like,
The
Just a mumbling.
the five.
Look over there. Neutron in the quantum.
yeah, that is what I would like. Unfortunately, that's not the world we live in. Yeah, just know that I'm very angry with Nate Diaz. I'm going to
I
send him a
wish he-
strongly worded email.
I think you should get
I don't think
title
he.
shot.
I don't think he can
Yeah?
read.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't think.
You don't think he'll be able to read the email?
I think they should book an event
Yeah.
where they have Charles Oliveira and Kamaru Usman both defend their belts against
Nate
Diaz.
Diaz.
Simultaneously.
Yeah, no, just one after another.
But it's on the street?
No, no,
It
it's
doesn't
fine.
matter. He wins. He is the title. He is the
Yeah.
title fighter.
I am the title.
I am the title.
Oh,
okay.
Diaz, bros. I guess Nick is supposed to be coming back.
I see
As
that.
they
I hope
say.
it doesn't happen.
Eh,
Against who? Him versus Cowboy.
Matt Brown.
Okay, I would actually be okay with that. Wait, I don't know. I want Cowboy to win his last fight. Cowboy has to win
He
his last
might. I mean, Nick.
Matt Brown.
Nick.
Get Matt Brown.
Nick Diaz hasn't fought since.
It's not a bad idea, actually.
Matt Brown and Nate Diaz. Let's go.
Nick Diaz.
Yeah.
Nick Diaz. Sorry. Both doesn't matter.
He
Either.
hasn't fought since Anderson Silva.
Yeesh.
So maybe let's not
I mean,
give him
Anderson
that.
Silva's
for-
fighting in what, half an hour?
True. Something like that.
Some boxing fight.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm worried to see it.
Somehow breaks his leg.
Yeah.
Dude, the power move is to lean down and just punch Silva in the kneecap, take the point deduction, but then you own him.
Violent Bob Ross was Violent Bob Ross in the real world, by the way. He got arrested for like assault.
Dude, he's
battery,
dedicated
robbery.
to his stage presence.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like all like stunt for fighter pay.
I had to
like
rob
this is what I had to do.
I had to rob this bodega for a foot-long sub and a pack of cigarettes. Dana White to pay
Where are you
attention.
getting your subs?
Why are you getting yourself some bodega?
I don't know.
Where are you finding bodegas in Canada?
Well, he's not in Canada.
I guess.
So
I'm
I-
asking you as a
No,
person. This
everyone-
is your reference.
There's only bodegas in the States. That's what people rob. I assume.
Every store is a bodega.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been down there.
Fair enough. It's kind of like, memes aside, it is pretty sad. Like, you looked at his Twitter a couple days before that, he was posting about like people don't understand like his mental health struggles, and he wished he could reach out and all that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. So clearly he was struggling and going through some stuff. So
Yeah.
I hope I don't know, he can get some help.
It
Hopefully,
doesn't get in massive trouble. with
yeah.
the
Hopefully, it
law.
wasn't
Yeah.
too insane of legal troubles for the
I mean,
guy.
they aren't exactly happy about robbery in the old legal system.
USA. It depends what it was, though. If it
Yeah.
was just the bodega robbery for these,
Then he should be okay.
maybe you know what? It would be so badass if a UFC fighter got arrested for like a like Ocean's 11 style heist, Declaration of Independence, Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, some
Kind of thing.
some national treasure.
Dude, I would.
We
love-
robbed the Statue of Liberty.
Nate Diaz arrested. Oh, what did he do? He stole.
It's like Mike Perry, Nate Diaz, Darren.
Dude, I would.
And Hezbollah.
I would absolutely watch the heist movie starring Darren Till.
100%. Dude, they just ship Hezbollah in.
They're all
the,
having problems, and then like the door opens and Cowboys like all silhouetted walking
Cowboy
in.
and Rose in their tribal.
They're out.
tribal
Dominic Cruz is definitely the mastermind behind the whole heist.
He's like rolling up
He's
the
doing
float.
like an
around.
embedded. That's how he like breaks them through. So what you're gonna do here is throw your leg up over the head.
Nate Diaz, the door crasher.
Fuck up this door. On the streets, this door's gonna.
Darren Till is the getaway driver in the taxi.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Mike Perry doesn't do whatever he's supposed to and throws the
Just
entire
chaos.
thing in jeopardy.
The chaos.
Yeah, Mike Perry trips the alarm. That's what he's there for.
Tony trips over a wire.
Ayo.
You have Diego Sanchez, who's always talking about spiritualism before.
Oh my god.
Dude, and the thing they're trying to steal, Joshua, a safe from Joshua fame.
All right, Universal Pictures, please hire us.
Yeah, let's go.
easy,
This is a
easy
great
million.
idea.
Make some money.
They put Michael Bisping in there too.
Of course.
Oh,
yeah.
100. No, he used to be the villain, but he has to speak in his George St. Pierre voice.
No, it's like a National Treasure 1, where it's like two competing sides trying to steal.
Trying to get it. Michael
That
Bisping's
would be
leaving the side
huge.
down.
Okay, who's
And it's him versus Dominic Cruz. That's perfect.
okay, but who's like the guy on like the legal side, like the
GSP.
cop, right?
GSP
Yeah,
is the
GSP
cop.
for sure. GSP's a great cop.
GSP and then like Daniel Cormier are like the buddy
Oh,
cop.
dude, Daniel Cormier is a commissioner. Like, you dumbass! I want your belt and your gun, your badge and your gun right now. You've got 24 hours to solve
Get this
case."
done now.
The mayor's up my ass over there.
Okay, this is what.
Yeah,
this
is
has
the
to be
Netflix
Huge,
special we want.
huge
Yeah, let's
Netflix
go.
Special, let's go. Oh my god.
It's an absolute win.
I think Stylebender's going to end up on a sex offender registry, by the way. Just, as an aside, in his last 2 wins, he's impregnated a man and then groped another one.
Grabbed a big handful
Yeah,
of
big.
ass.
That was a handful of
meaty handful.
cake. He was moving.
Like
for
you
it.
would be like sued and charged
Oh,
if you
yeah.
did
In
that
real life,
in real life.
Yeah, I mean, unless he did that to me, in which case he's not getting sued at all.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Disgusting.
Interesting.
How dare you?
Well, we have in-depth look into what
I mean,
you're
I would get
into.
groped by any UFC champ just so I could say I'd been groped by a UFC champion.
I would do it so I could sue them, and then they would pay me a lot of money over settlement.
I guess that's true.
Dude, I'll give you like $50,000 if you drop that. No. Take me at your camp. I want to train with you for 2 weeks. Okay.
Let me in your gym. They beat the shit.
That'd be fine.
You're just dead.
Toss you up.
He's just beating you into the mat. No witnesses.
Yeah, the man grabs.
You do be grabbing ass.
I mean, we can
though.
say, oh, you know, if we did that in the real world, you'd be arrested. Yeah, you also get arrested if you wheel kick a dude.
That's true.
That is true.
That's true. Is sexual assault allowed in the unified rules of the UFC?
It is now. He's got away with it twice.
Yeah, they
That's
haven't done
true.
anything yet.
That's true.
Martin Vettori was the easy one. The first one he did was the worst.
Yeah,
one.
Paulo Costa.
And the fight was technically done. So
Guys.
that wasn't even under the umbrella.
Yeah.
of the
Guys,
rules.
he fucked Paulo Costa so long, Paulo Costa needed to get a hair transplant after.
What is that man doing?
He's gone off the rocker entirely.
Absolutely insane. Like, was
I don't know if it's-
dropping out of fights and then
Like substance use issues or what is going on, but that dude is off
And his
board.
Instagram is buck
Yeah.
wild.
And not even, like,
It's crazy.
funny. It's just weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, are you alright, buddy?
Like, and the thing is, that could be entirely a language barrier thing. Like, he could be trying to, like, meme and be one of, like, those kind of fan favorite fighters, and it just doesn't work.
Maybe.
Or he's just.
I don't
Yeah,
think he
it's
took
weird.
the L particularly
Yeah, that's
well.
No, I think it did.
Especially with what a poor showing he had in that
And
fight.
I mean, when he was like, "Oh, I was drunk before," it's
Yeah.
like, either you're making this up and you're an idiot, or you're just an idiot.
There's no winning in this scenario.
Yeah, apparently from the looks of it, yeah, Paulo Costa is getting a hair transplant.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a gigantic man who fights for the UFC. He needs more
And
tools
just-
to pick up women.
Like, was his hair that bad? Like, I
Yeah.
never noticed. I was never like, "Oh, look at his receding hairline."
No, I mean, a lot of people did point out that, you know, hair loss can be a side effect if you're juicing pretty hard.
Oh.
That's a fan theory.
Paulo Costa?
No.
No. In Brazil? No.
Never.
Come on.
But I mean, that can take 6 months to a year to heal before he can start training hard and stuff again.
Maybe it's all a cover up for like dick surgery. He's just like
Extension or reduction?
extension.
Definitely
With the steroids, extension.
With how fragile his ego is now,
That's true. It's gonna be tough to be a big ego guy and get fucked in the ass on live TV.
and you know what? That's why I'm okay with what Stylebender did.
Yeah.
And for the people who say like, "Oh no, so unsportsmanlike," I'm like, "Nah, come on!" Like, got a dude who's being that much of a dick to you, and you're like, "I can just break his will right now." It's like, well, play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
That is
This
correct.
True. Yeah. Last item on the list is Jessica Andrade, former 115-pound UFC champion, previous 125-pound UFC champion.
Not champion,
Oh,
or title.
title contender. I'm sorry. Has opened up an OnlyFans account.
No.
Now,
If you were to like spin a roulette wheel and have like female fighters' faces who were gonna go to OnlyFans, that's the person I would not want.
they wouldn't want it to land on.
There's
you.
a list of people like you absolutely don't want, and she's definitely.
She's
on
definitely
there.
So
on it.
I think the reason why I wanted to bring this up for news is that I've seen a lot of female fighters doing stuff like this, and it makes me.
You can just say Paige Van Zandt. It's fine.
It brings me back to the topic of fighter pay, because I don't know. You need these women are clearly needing the extra paycheck. And it's like a lot of them.
I'm
Maybe.
sure that is the case, but I'm sure it's also the case of like, well, this is easy money.
I
Yeah.
guess true too. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure if you look at most of them, it's more or less the same stuff they just put on their Instagram, and people just give them buckets of money for it.
No,
Yeah.
these are
Sure.
nudes of Jessica Andrade.
Oh no. Well,
That's rough. That is rough. She almost posted that on her Instagram once.
She
It was
posted.
covered by the belt.
Pseudo-nude
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm scarred for life.
yeah, I don't want to open up my timeline and see that. Sorry, Jessica. It's just you're not.
Dude, I gotta win the belt and then do that full frontal nude with just the belt covering my dick.
You're just wearing it like normally flex.
Jessica, you have to know it's not you. It's me. I'm just
Did you break up with it? What's going on?
Zach's going through a tough breakup right now.
with Jessica Andrade.
A former 115-pound champion.
Oh, no, I didn't mention. I never mentioned that to you.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Oh my God.
I've known you for years.
When?
It was a very secret
She was
relationship.
never She never came to party.
Oh, dude, I talked
She's
to
a
her on.
lesbian.
I talked to her online. I only had to send her like $3,000, but.
It was her and a Nigerian prince.
Well, no, it's not her fault. So what happened was she was at the airport.
Yeah.
And she lost her wallet.
She
She
lost
needed
her
money
wallet.
to buy a
Her
plane
pa-
ticket,
her
so
pa-
she
her
needed
pa-
me.
I know, like her passport. I remember you telling me her passport was gone.
Yeah.
She was sent back.
And then I remember
Yeah.
that time she went to jail in college and she needed you to
Yeah,
wire
she needed me to bail her out.
her.
Yeah. So she
Only-
very forgetful.
It was only $20,000.
And they would only accept it in Google Play cards.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
that.
it was kind of weird. She needed my SIN number,
Yeah, for sure.
back and front of my credit card.
Yeah.
Weird that you had to take a picture of your driver's license.
Sure.
It was crazy stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Worth it though.
And I don't know why, but like really soon after that, my credit score just tanked. Just
You're
dropped.
getting all those weird phone calls.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? I actually have been getting weird phone calls from some company for like the last 3 years trying to find some dude, and they
Great.
just don't stop.
I keep getting calls from my phone provider because when I bought my phone, I did one of those things where you pay off the phone over your bills over time.
Yeah.
And then I finally paid the phone off, and now they call me literally every weekday, being like, "Did you want to buy a new phone?" No.
That's just that's good customer service. I don't know what you're complaining about.
I just keep getting the like, the IRS knows what you've done.
Dude,
Call us back now.
I always answer those calls, and I always call them back. And I always troll them. I do. Hey, this is Dixon Cider.
Yeah.
A classic.
Yeah. Gabe Itch.
Computer file.
Yeah, Peter File. Is your refrigerator running? Better go catch it.
I also get a lot of the furnace ones, and I'll play along, which I'll be like, yeah, I have like 2 furnaces. It's been about a couple of years before I've got them clean, and then it's always some dude, and he'll be like, oh, what do you want us to do? And I'm like, shut the fuck up! And then I hang up. I did that like 2 days ago.
That's great.
When I still had a MacBook, I'd always get the calls like, "Oh, we're looking at your PC right now." And I was like, "You mean my Mac?" And they're like, "Ah, damn it."
Yeah. That shit's always so dumb.
Well, you got it.
And then they'll try to reverse it. Oh, well, we were actually looking at your
They
Mac.
were
Oh,
so
yeah?
good at hacking your computer, they turned it into a PC.
Windows operating system has been downloaded on your Apple. Oh my god.
I'm not even mad. That's just impressive.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
This is crazy.
Don't people pay money for this service?
Can you do that?
I don't know. I mean, you could run it off a USB.
Yeah.
I guess.
No.
Huh.
This is the quality of things people come to for an MMA podcast.
Because I run Linux off a USB sometimes.
Okay. Is that what you do when you want to go on the dark web?
Yeah.
Order your
That's how Jessica Andrade actually contacted me.
off the dark
I was Jessica Andrade. I was catfishing you for years.
Oh my god!
It was me, Barry.
Luke's the catfish of the group.
I got
Holy fuck.
Hey, Luke. I knew it was you the whole time.
Oh,
But I knew you knew I knew.
he knows. He knows. I know.
Man, we had our own Ocean's 11-esque
That was
Field
beautiful.
podcast. Who knew?
We can add that to the script. There's some like love story where a guy's being catfished.
Are we in love now? I thought you scammed me for my
You know
money.
what? That's beautiful.
Damn.
It's Dominic Cruz and Michael Bisping.
A love story
With
philosophy.
a catfishing each
What
other.
I'm hoping is that they write in a very passionate love scene between me and Megan Anderson at some point in the script. I will work very hard.
It will be you played by somebody else.
No!
You get played by like Luke Rockhold or something.
No!
Actually, no. You get Sugar Sean.
How dare you? How dare
that
you?
is messed
That
up.
was mean. That hurt my feelings.
Oh, guys, we're fucking idiots. We forgot the biggest person we need for this.
Who?
We need Aljamain Sterling, man.
That
We're
is
making
true.
a movie.
He's
We don't
the
have the
greatest
highest
actor
caliber
in the
actor.
UFC.
Come on.
That is true.
We're
Oscar,
fools.
Oscar winner.
Piotr Yan murdered him on Twitter the other day.
Oh, just annihilated.
He
the man.
said, what did he say? How did he say it again? I just don't want to mess up the wording of it.
He was like, "Don't talk to me until you like get a win, not crawling on the floor
Yeah.
or something."
Just vicious.
Just, yeah, that was brutal.
And factual as well. You hate to hear that.
Here, let me see if I can find this quickly.
Yeah. Piotr Yan's been on a tear on social media. He's
he
talking
was
shit.
like zinging a lot of people, wasn't
Yeah.
he? Because he was singing Sean O'Malley as well.
Not that that's difficult to do.
Well, yeah, because Aljamain Sterling tweeted out and was like, keep your focus on the unified rules book before you even mention any opponents. To which Piotr No Mercy Yan responded, try to win the fight without crawling on your knees like a beach in front of me.
God, that's so good.
It's fantastic.
Sean O'Malley was like, I want to beat up Peter in Russia. This is my dream. And then Piotr Yan says, I'll put you asleep so you can keep dreaming.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah.
He also was talking shit to Rob Font, saying he couldn't even knock out Cody Garbrandt.
Oh no, to the one friend we have who might be listening to this, so sorry you had to hear that.
Man, he didn't get knocked out, so it's a win.
Yeah, that is a win.
That's true. Yeah.
That's an absolute win in my book.
It's a win. Not winning the fight is the win. Winning the fight is not the win, but not getting knocked out is the win.
I mean, for Cody Garbrandt, I'm not going to say it's wrong.
Dude, the power of the beard protected him.
The power of the beard compels you.
He's always had the beard, though.
No, but it was like,
That's true.
It was thick.
It was a bushy beard. Yeah.
That is true.
It just
was
softened
armor-plated.
everything.
I wonder if you could wear. You know how like dwarves in fantasy things get those metal twists in the beard. I wonder if you could wear those.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Would that hurt them or more you?
Yeah, that's kind of a big.
If you like just put like a shit ton of gel in your beard, so it just kind of hardens, would that help a bit? Would that soften the blow?
So just to choke you out, they can't do it. Your neck beard is too strong.
Or you just kind of like stab it into them.
Yeah.
What if it cracks though? The armor cracks.
That's tough.
Then it's like then the shards going.
Yeah, well, then
into
the
you.
risk that's the risk
tough.
you pay. Man.
The armor's cracking.
This is the stupidest podcast.
Vaseline. They're putting Vaseline on his beard. Fill in the cracks.
His beard up. Oh my god.
He's just rubbing
Get
it in his
Stitch in
eyes.
here. Icing his beard between rounds.
This is a battering ram trying to crack through. It's the scene from Lord of the Rings.
Garand.
That was stupid.
That was stupid. I'm sorry I did
Now
that.
that's the quality content people come here for. What
That's
are you
right.
talking about?
Well, I just want to update everyone again. iTunes podcast will not take me.
To prom.
Like all the women in my life, I'm just rejected constantly.
Same here, man.
Yum bum bum.
I think you mentioned on this podcast that you have a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now everything's going well at home, folks. Don't worry about it.
No girls like me except the one that I live with, but
Yeah, sure.
I mean, let's hope she likes it. Well, that's
The jury's
awkward.
still out on that.
well, you know.
It's been a year, I'm a lot to live with.
Oh, I know.
Lots of-
I know.
That's true, folks. A little Easter egg for you.
Oh.
Me and Zach used to live together for a while, non-sexually, of course, for the most part.
Hey, also people listening, we're cousins, so there's zero need to clarify that.
I just wanted to, clarify, make sure, in case anyone was thinking that.
Yeah, I think it was you. I
Very
think it was
interesting.
just
I
you.
just want to make sure. Now, if me and Luke had lived together, I would have to clarify that it was sexual in nature.
We have not lived together. I want to clarify that.
We just had sex. We haven't lived together. That's right.
That's a lie. Sucking off isn't.
It's not gay with a bro.
Well, thanks everybody for listening to episode 5 of the TLZ Report MMA podcast.
MMA podcast. It's been great, folks.
Yeah, this is a solid one. It was a dumb one, but it was a solid one.
Yeah.
We'll let you know as the fighters report to us back on if they want to take us up on their the acting.
Their movie deal?
We need Paul Felder because he's an actor as well. Just straight
That's
him
true.
in the
That's
business.
true.
Yeah.
Just gonna throw them all in there.
Yeah,
Sure.
anybody we can get.
Yeah.
Let's get them all. Let's rock and roll.
Except Henry Cejudo.
Yeah.
Fuck Henry.
We're basically making Expendables, but with UFC fighters. So
That is actually sick.
That's such
that'd
a
be
good
dope.
idea.
Yeah, let's go.
God, that's such a good idea.
And both have Randy Couture, so it works out. No, it's a perfect plan.
That's
I
a
love it.
perfect plan. All right, folks.
Thank you very much. See you
Take
next
care.
week.